this whole lesson is on certainty, which there is none, versus uncertainty, which is uncertainty is a governing principle of the universe. And I think it's interesting when we have tragedies like that, of what happened in Aurora this past week, it kind of brings up our own fragility and our own uncertainty on this place, on this planet. And also, I think it's kind of sad when it takes a tragedy for us to wake up to, wow, this thing called life, this amazing gift that we have called our lives. Why does it take that to sort of create a heightened sense of awareness or a little bit more presence, which sadly, as time goes on and we forget about tragedies, which is a part of the healing process, but what's also sad about that is then we sort of like fade back into the black and whiteness conventionality of taking our lives for granted, right? And that kind of sense of, it kind of just gets muted. Well, part of that is not understanding that uncertainty can really be something that you can use more often to really optimally live. But you guys, when is it, see, I've already kind of given it away, but when is it that people really start to live in life? Well, when they're faced with the truth that we have a finite amount of time here on this earth. Finite. So if you're going to die tomorrow, who would you call? What would you say? Who would you be? What's important to you? What would you do? What this weekend to me reminds me is a couple things. Number one is, like I said, it triggers our own insecurities and our uncertainties, and it makes me realize, like, at one level, how it's so amazing to be alive in 2012 with all of our creature comforts and technology, and we have a luxurious life, no doubt. And yet, at a base level, I don't think we're any different than, you know, our cousins from 1,000,000 years ago who were running away from saber-toothed tigers. You know, I really do. That's the truth. In fact, maybe the weapons and the, you know, the enemies have gotten more riskier because of technology. But the other part of that is actually uplifting and inspiring is that if your life were certain, if everything about your life were certain, it would be like this. It would be dull as dishwater. It would be boring. You would be in stasis. It's not the actual natural state of who you are. Uncertainty activates you. It actually leads us to creativity. It's like getting plugged in a way that gets you excited about desires. It actually creates desires. And actually also uncertainty, a lot of what we kind of talked about last week at the end of class, it gets you to new levels of aha and understanding and insight about your own life and levels that you're wanting to get to. So it's evolutionary. Uncertainty is evolutionary. It's an actual needed thing for you to be optimally creating. But my benediction is stop waiting for tragedy. Stop waiting for that to wake up to it. Every day, give your all. Seriously, love your all, create your all, express your all, share your all, create your all. Create it, do it all. All. What are you waiting for? I often talk about this week in, week out. These are different permutations of the same lesson. What are you waiting for? Do you think it's not a renewable resource you're giving? That you have to hold it and keep it? That you're going to wait until you have the right boyfriend or the right agent or the right job or the perfect take? I'm going to save it for the next take. You know what? It's not going to happen that way. All you have is now. And you have, it is renewable. You have inexhaustible resources available to you. But you know what's interesting about that is they're not available to you if you keep, what is this word? Hoarding. Holding on to. Not sharing. And so I just want to end with this idea because it is the truth. If you think of it as starting to give, what are you waiting for? Giving all of yourself away. What happens is it creates a feedback loop of more passion, of more excitement, of more creativity. And it actually connects you more to the fulfillment of the desires that you're wanting. It's all interrelated. But it doesn't happen unless you start letting it go exponentially. That's the beautiful thing about this thing called the circle of life, not to evoke the Lion King. But in the giving, you feel more. Your life transforms. So all those things that you're waiting for the thing to awaken within you, you awaken first, and then you discover, oh my gosh, I'm getting closer to those things, and I'm connected more to those things, and my gosh, isn't life a little bit more fun and easy and alive, and I'm happier, and it's this beautiful circle transformation.